Alright, welcome to day 45 of the Vera Series. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm back. So let's quickly go over what I missed. Starting out, it looks like we still don't have a level increase, so yeah, I think it's just happening in patch 2.3, guys. So starting out, you want to go to your Artificial Island, then you want to go back to Casual, and then you want to hit Building, and then you want to hit Claim, because remember, you can only hold these resources for 24 hours. On top of that, don't forget to clear out your weekly items in your exchange store, and since it's a new month, you can buy your monthly items. You want to make sure you clear your enemies if you haven't yet this week because they reset tomorrow. On top of that, if you are fishing, make sure you buy your available bait for the week. But starting out, you want to do Mia's Kitchen, and you want to do your 4 bounties for the day, and I'm going to go with Aspera. Next, we got Vitality, starting with Joint Operations. So for today, we got access to Bracer's Chest, a Huma and a Samir Matrix, Shoulder's Helm, a Coco and a Shiro Matrix, Boots, Satnus Valley, and the Endgame, so all of these are great dungeons, and you might want to use a few Vitality solutions. Next, we have Interstellar Exploration, and remember, you want to check Vera, as well as check Aspera, so that way you can get all of your Stargates. And you want to see if you have any level 3 Stargates. And the best way to tell is if this weapon battery category has a number 3, it's a level 3 Stargate, and if it has a number 2, it's a level 2 Stargate. But if you don't have any level 3s or level 2s, you could always do Dimensional Trials. And if you need money, you could always do Space-Time Domains, what should be helpful for the new Void Abyss. And if you're pressed for time, you could always do Omnium Beacons. Which brings us to our optionals, and that's giving gifts to your 1.0 characters. And the best way to do that is to go to the black market and talk to Hopkins, see this island and do the claw machine, and knock out your 2 trainings for the day. But what is not optional is doing your 6 fun zones. And if you can, try to do your 6 Greyspace Fishers. But the best thing to do is to do the Twilight Zone because it has the best rewards, but you do have an 8-hour time limit, so you could wait on that. And you don't want to forget to do your 3 missions for the security force for the week. Also, Black Siapo let me know last time when I talked about the cactus not being there, it turns out that you actually have to go into the Greyspace. So if you end up getting that mission, make sure you go there so that way you can complete it. And if you got some time, don't forget to do a little bit of racing so that way you can get that 400 mirror at the end of the month. And you don't want to forget about your appointed research. Remember, you can only hold a grand total of 20 and you get 5 free energy a day. So make sure that this does not cap. Also, if you enjoy my daily guides, I would greatly appreciate a like so that way they can spread more on YouTube. Then we got our events, so hopefully you've been logging in enough time so that way you got all your dark crystals. You don't want to forget about the referral program so that we can get some free items. And then we got the Winter Festival to where we can reach a maximum of 10,000 points. So essentially in 2 more days, we're going to be able to start buying the items in the last phase. And then we have the Lin Outfit to where you can roll with Tanium or Dark Crystals and try to get this. So I recommend that if you are going to go for this, you definitely have some Tanium so that way you get the discount. From what I've been seeing, it looks like you need to spend about 5,000 Tanium. Definitely recommend that you do not spend Dark Crystals on this because from what I hear, it's over 10,000 Dark Crystals, which is more than our Gachapons were back in the day. But let's see if I can get lucky. And of course I get the worst one. Well, I tried. And the last thing that I wanted to go ahead and do was just pop up the codes for you guys again. I'm sure most of you guys have already got this, but for those few people that missed it, here you go. And unfortunately, the server transfers are down. Hopefully they fix this soon, but when they do come up, and if you are in the US, feel free to join Solaris so that way you can be on the same server as me and get those Kawasa carries. Then we got our weekly tab. You want to make sure you do enough things down here so that we can get everything up top, which brings us to our challenges. So if you're trying to do something like the Bygone Phantasm or Frontier Clash, you might want to save your Mia's Kitchen so that way you can power yourself up. But starting with the Bygone Phantasm. So again, I recommend that you take a look at this weapon bonus. If you have a good weapon bonus, you want to try to do this sneak to next level. And if your CS is high enough, you're going to be able to jump up 11 levels as long as you can beat that floor. But the biggest thing that will determine your rank for the week is Sequential Phantasm. But remember, today is Procrastinator Day, so if you already got your scores locked in, you might want to just check this towards the end of the night to make sure someone doesn't try to take your rank. And like I said earlier this week, I'm most likely going for second. Frontier Clash, if you have some attempts, you might want to try to knock that out because next week's resist could be bad for you. Wormhole, today is the last day to go ahead and complete this, so you might want to do that so that way you can get that energy crystal dust. Raids, you want to make sure you knock out the last 2 on heroic, and you do battle test area on heroic so that way you get the best rewards for the week. Void Rift, it turns out that you do not need to have these attempts to do the Void Abyss, so if you have 3 out of 3 attempts, you want to make sure you knock out all 3 of these today because we do get another attempt tomorrow. And Void Abyss. So we basically have a month to do this. I recommend that you get all of your well friends and you try to knock this out because you can get some really good rewards in here. Critical Abyss, remember this is optional, but you can go ahead and try to knock this out. You have a daily limit of 7,000 and you can use this to buy clusters. And Break from Destiny. Remember, you want to do this at least one time so you can get this 800 dark crystals. Unfortunately for me, even though that they changed this, I only got the 250 because originally it was 250, but now next month I should get that 800. And Apex League. If you're trying to reach Grand Marshal, you might want to put a couple hours in each day. Then we have our daily buys. So you want to go to shop, hot, and then buy your 2 vitality solutions, only if you can afford it. But for me, I have 101, so I'm going to pass. But if you can, I recommend that you get your advancement modules and your booster modules for the week. And now let me go ahead and talk about the new pack. So in the limited gift packs, we have the New Year gift where you're basically spending a gold for just free stuff. So this one, amazing offer. Then you have the New Year special gift where it's like you're spending a little bit of tanium, but you're basically getting double the dark crystals, so that one's pretty good. And then we got the New Year gift pack. Now this one is okay because you're basically spending tanium for dark crystals, and sometimes tanium can be better than dark crystals. It's basically trade 150 for 150 and get a bunch of free stuff, so not terrible. Alright, so I went ahead and logged onto my other account so that way we can take a look at this January gift pack. And it turns out that they actually messed this up. So normally, they generally just give us 20 booster module 2s and 2 advancement modules, but they got it switched around. So now we have 20 advancement module 2s and 2 booster modules. So this will strongly increase your account, and I recommend that you pick this up before they correct their mistake. Which brings us to the Commissary, starting with the Crystal Dust store. So you want to make sure you buy your advancement modules, your booster modules, and your Vera special gift for the week. And when it comes to your potent omnium crystal, I recommend that you pass because you should have enough to reach an 8.3, even 8.4 suppressor through exploration alone. But what you can do with your golden crystal dust is buy a good pair of boots. If you have a good pair of boots, and you can buy hand guards, you have a good pair of hand guards, and you can buy whatever else you want. Spacetime store, you want to buy your booster modules, your advancement modules, and your data repeater for the week. Crew store. Now the only thing I recommend that you spend your points on are relics, and the relics that I recommend are Spacetime Rift, unless you have a level 3, or Omnium Shield. Support store. You want to buy your joint supply chips for the week, your Spacetime Crystal Fragments, and your Spacetime Crystal Dust. And if you can, try to get your Spacetime Crystal Fragments using return support points. And if you need help on how to do that, I got a guide on my channel. Point store. Now the only thing you want to spend your regular points on are spare special gifts, so that way you don't have to do training, black market, or see this island again. But if you need to level up your matrices or weapons, you could always buy matrix data packs or weapon batteries. And then your critical abyss points, you can always use those to buy clusters. But besides that, I just recommend that you try to get a team together and knock out Void Abyss. You get a lot of good rewards in there, and if you can't really do that, explore the map. But with that, I want to wish you all a happy new year, and I'm going to be rolling for Lyra soon, so you look forward to that video coming up. But other than that, talk with you guys later.